Wait,
Oh.
what are you doing here? I was just practicing my awkward
yeah.
jumps.
I just thought I'd, drop in.
Come on. Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Talent Spotlight, the one and only show where I interview and talk to chosen talent. We shine a light on their history, their future aspirations, and we get to see them perform. I'm here today with the one and only Will West.
My brother.
What's going on?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I am good. I'm good.
Yeah.
So, what are you currently up to? I know you are a busy man.
Currently, I'm rehearsing for a show in Brazil with Little Mix. So that's a thing. That's gonna be dope. Never been to Brazil before, so get to tick that one off the list. And
Brazil is. I've never been to Brazil either.
You're not?
No.
That's surprising. You got everywhere.
I always wanted to go to Brazil, but that's fantastic. So then, when does that kick off?
I go the beginning of next month, so it's pretty quick. Pretty quick turnaround.
That's great, bro.
Yeah, man.
So you are just one of the, in my opinion, one of the most raw and honest storytellers out there. When I see you perform, there's this vulnerability that you manage to tap into, and it just becomes instantly relatable, which is.
Love, bro.
It's rare. It's not something you see all the time, So I was just wondering, how did it all start for you? When did you actually start to approach dance, and when did you, I guess, fall in love with it?
Dancing, it's I guess that just like everything, like the things that I was exposed to from young, would be a level of intensity and emotion has been a thing to me growing up. That's always been just different types of intensity within the realm of emotion, whether that be intense pain or intense pleasure, states of euphoria down to pulling your hair out. So being exposed to that from my family really, really young, there's just always that process of trying to decipher and grasp but understand what the hell's going on in life and how you correspond to that, I've always been mindful of who I am. I've always had that question of who I am and how do I fit into adapt to my surroundings, Yeah. So because of that level of intensity, I think that it just provoked a lot of emotions within me, and having certain jobs that I had when I was younger, natural, in connection with my mother and my sisters and stuff, it was always a thing to provoke emotion, to try and level the intensity, because sometimes if it was a bit crazy, to try and pull that down in the best ways that I could. So that whole fear factor of is this crazy? Is this is this too much? Is this da-da-da? It was never kind of a thing. I was kind of born into that. So I think that's why it's second nature to me almost to entertain certain realms that will probably make the normal person a little bit uncomfortable,
Yeah. No, it would make me uncomfortable in many ways.
Yeah. But I think that corresponds into my art. That jumps into why I do what I do. With this more, you say instinctive, raw,
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, just
it's honest.
Yeah, honest.
It's honesty.
Yeah.
And it is daring to be vulnerable. And it was something I was also going to ask you, whether or not you have always been, I guess, comfortable tapping into that, or it's been sort of something you've grown into over the years.
Man, that's hella interesting.
Because, personally, I have always struggled a lot with that. It's something that I even think still to this day that I'm still challenging myself to be vulnerable when I haven't choreographed something. Because when I'm choreographing, I don't really mind. I just throw things out and I just create. And that's, I guess, my vulnerable place. But when I'm just to move and be in the moment, then I'm like, what? My brain shuts down, and I start to feel everything too much, or like it's hard for me to grasp it and control it. So has it always been easy for you to grasp and control it, or have you learned that throughout the years? And yes, has anyone taught you that? Or did you teach that to yourself?
I think we catch influence from the things around us. So like I think it was just like, it was a weird unspoken that's just become a thing. But like, honestly, I feel that just in life, like we're forever in and out of like obtaining, like losing and like reobtaining things. Yeah. So like, that's just how I feel. Like especially like an aspect of this, like can be a horrible process. Like it can be disgusting. Like 1 week I can be like, yeah, like I feel like I'm at my optimum. I feel confident within myself. So let me speak on my pain like this. Let me be like, so like forthcoming with like, it's okay. Like it's relatable. Like I know I'm not crazy because you secretly feel it. So like, let me just out it for us all to just feel a little bit more comfortable. Like, or to provoke a feeling within you, like plant a seed to make things better for you. Or maybe it's like a healthy vent for me that, you know, because it could go into so many other different like roads of like trying to exert this level of like euphoria or pain or like whatever it is, like but yeah, like no, it doesn't get easier, like forever in and out of it. Like sometimes it's just, it comes out, like I feel compelled it can't be any other way. It's just like boom, this is all it is, like this is what you're getting, this is my truth. And then other times I'm like so like the complete opposite, like so like I don't know what the word is, like
yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? Like I can't
really go there.
Yeah, like it's too much. Like it can you don't want to revisit certain places sometimes. Like there's just the timing for everything, I think. Like so I just try and remain as patient as I can, but like I think that it never gets easier, you know.
Well, I hear that.
Something so like something addictive in it. There's something like, it just makes me feel pure, like being my true self, like regardless of like the impression, like because ultimately it's going to provoke emotion and to make people feel things, like is like the goal. So
I definitely agree with that. I think that is the main purpose for art in many ways, is to make people feel and make people not even feel necessarily what you want them to feel, but just feel.
Yeah, like,
you know, not forcing the story on anyone, but going, here's maybe what I'm feeling. How do you react to that? Yeah, I think that's the beauty of movement and dance and any types of art. Really.
Completely.
So basically, I remember. Well, we were just talking about it before we actually started recording. But we were talking about how you and I first met and how we sort of connected. And I said I was pretty sure that I reached out to you on social media. Yeah. Which is, to me, it is interesting because after reaching out to you on social media, obviously I became aware of you and I saw your own personal work, but I also saw you doing other people's work, and I was instantly impressed by it. And from there on out, we have worked together on several locations. We've done so many different things together. It's been mad. We did a movie together, a feature film. Crazy. We worked together on some of my projects, and Odd Immerse, and all these different things. How do you reckon that nowadays, with social media being such a huge factor in our lives, would you say that it's a good thing now, that it actually brings people together in an easier way, and it's easier for you to discover people that inspire you out there? In that sense, like 100%. Yeah. Like you've been such like a, like obviously it's relevant, like you've been such a, like a main factor like in my personal progression, you know, like as like levels of like inspiration, and like I was, like I briefly touched on, just like you just paving your own way in like a creative sense, you know, and to actually like it's not just about sustaining yourself, but like you live the life that you choose to live, and like that's insane to me. Like that's amazing. So to see that somebody that can do that, like
it's just like a perceivable way, you know,
Yeah.
like you can, you've marked out like a journey and a path to like that level, that kind of success, and
Thanks, dude.
I got to taste that energy, you know, I got to be a part of that, I got to embrace that, and that's bettered me in like
Now you marked your own journey as well, which
crazy
is
ways.
widely impressive already. You've done so much phenomenal work.
Love, bro. Yeah.
Tours, like so many tours. You've done Rita Ora, right?
No, I did 2 tours. I did I did Years and Years and Little Mix. Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, that's the
I don't know why
ones.
I said Rita Ora. Because
I'm
I
not
got
sure.
confused with the Europeans.
Yeah, no,
She
yeah,
did Rita
because
Ora.
yeah.
So you did Years and
Legend.
Years, and then you did
Years and
Little
Years,
Mix.
then Little Mix, yeah.
And I know, before we're going to touch upon Little Mix briefly, but I also know that you were the lead in some music videos for Jungle, right?
Yes. Oh my
Which
gosh.
I've seen, and they're phenomenal.
Love.
Mainly
bro,
because of
honestly.
you. How was that entire creative process?
The creative process for that. I was new to it. It was very new. I remember just getting like a message from my agent just to go in to meet with like this, like the director for this band, like Jungle, and I was just like, whoa, like sick. Okay, like what are we kind of doing? Like where's this? Like what is this? Like it was in the realm of a video or in the realm of like something creative. Like I just didn't quite. I actually kind of went into it blind. I was just like, okay, but I was just gassed because like what an incredible opportunity. Like you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I went in and we just kind of, they played like some songs that like, I don't think they had been released yet. Not sure. But either way, like they played some songs and they just kind of like spoke their vision really, like what they were kind of seeing, like what they wanted to do, like, and just like building, like, I don't know, it was really collaborative, like just building on this idea really. Yeah, I just like, just did some like freestyles basically, like they put the songs on and it was just like boom, like this is where you are, like this is da 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 da, you've got this car, like you've got this, you've got that, and just set the scene. And I was just like, okay, and go. Like we just did some stuff, and like I think we found like this really dope dynamic, and before I knew it, they hollered at me again to come into like rehearsals, and there was like, oh my gosh, it was amazing. Like I got blessed to be in a room full of so many like friends for one, but like incredible like people. Like you already know, like I said about yourself, like to work with people that like inspire me. Like it build like I thrive in that energy and space. So like that was something incredible. Shout out to Nat as well. I went to college with Nat.
Shout out Nat. Nat
Zangi. Yeah, she basically plugged that whole thing for me, really, because yeah, she was really in and tight with like is really in and tight with the band and the director, and yeah, I think that they were speaking on this like all these conceptual ideas, and they were just like, she just said, got the guy for it, like boom, I came through, and then it all just kind of happened, and she was the choreographer for the job.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was dope. It was really collaborative as well, so I got to really sink my teeth into how it would feel to be a part of like a big scale project, you know, and actually have like put my input in there, and like you know, like I felt really, really invested in like the whole process, and to play like this character, like it was a version of myself, so it was nice to go like, boom, baby, like
this is
you know?
me, guys.
Yeah,
well,
like
it could be, but it is.
It could be, kind of is. No, for real. That's it was like more of like a, not an arrogant character, but like there was just a level of like, I know my worth. Yeah. Like this is what it is. Like this is my field. Like this would be like the Heavy California one, the first one that we did. Yeah, like I got to put like certain signatures and stuff in there, and I knew where the video was gonna go. Didn't know it was gonna do so well. Like the reception was like incredible. Like
people loved it.
It was insane.
We all loved it.
I went from like, not that it's about followers and all this stuff, but like just as like a visual like representation of this stuff, like of the exposure. Like it just, I went from like something stupid like 4,000 followers or something to like I think, I don't know, it went up to like the 20s or something. I was just like, what is going on? Like,
which is essentially a beautiful thing that nowadays we see this more and more. Artists, recording artists, they reach out to the dance community and they actually find individual talent and they choose to put in front and center in their music videos.
I love that. Social media goes back to what you were saying.
Again,
like, it's a blessing in that sense.
It's a positive thing. Like I think in many ways it is. Of course, there's negatives, but there's also huge positives.
Crazy positives.
But what is beautiful about this is you were booked for this because of who you are and your individuality. And then I know that you also did the little mix tour, of course, where I went to see this show, and you had a solo for the interlude. Am I right? Like a full-on, and I'm not even talking just a solo. I'm talking the girls are not on stage. No one but Will on the stage, and you see the walls sort of closing in around him. He's like, "Whoa," getting his freaking performance mode on, and. How was that? That must have felt incredible. I mean, it looked incredible. Insane. Tell me about how that whole thing, how did you sort of, crazy.
Insane experience. Like, honestly, like, that's like on my, I got that stuff, I got it tattooed on my skin. Like, that's how much that meant to me.
We're
like,
talking arenas.
Bro, every arena in, like, this little boy's dreams, like, it's crazy. Like, every arena in the UK and Europe, like, I got to shut down on my own. That's how it felt. Like when I went out there, like the character that I had, like again, it was another version of myself. And like, this is the beauty of art, because you can like almost hide behind this character, but then again, it's so exposing and it is yourself. Like, I think it's more of a thought process for yourself that like gives you the confidence to do it. But like, I didn't even have a mic or anything. But I was like speaking to them like, you know this song, like that. Going crazy, like when their interaction back to me, like the whole thing was just like surreal, like actually surreal. Like it was insane. Like walking out on that stage and just seeing a sea full of people. That's the stuff that you like imagine. Like you think of like, that would be incredible. That would be amazing. Like,
it's a dream.
I've been in like positions like that, obviously with like the last tour and stuff. Like, it was incredible. Like performing to such like such a like performing to such a large amount of people like in one space. Like, it's a crazy feeling in itself, but it just took it to a different level personally. That like I was on my own. Like, I had to like. Because I'm little, like,
I relate.
Bro, like,
I'm here with you,
I'm not the tallest of guys, do you know what I mean, or the biggest of guys, and they let me, like, hold that stage on my own. Like, I was, like, the biggest guy on
You looked like the biggest guy when you were there. I mean... It
really wasn't the case, but, like, I felt like that when I was doing it, is my point. So, like... surreal. Like, I still haven't like landed from it properly. Like, I'm still landing. Like,
maybe, I would imagine it takes a lot to digest that entire experience. So
insane.
I would like to hear.
So grateful.
Two things. Where would you like to go next as an artist? What is your future aspirations for yourself? And if you can lead into what you're going to show us later.
Okay.
For your showcase.
Yes, all right. I feel that like as a person, I feel really multifaceted in terms of like the different places that I can tap into within myself. And I would love for like my art to continue evolving in the same way. So like entertain other realms that I say that like I dabble in, or like I've trained in, or that I've practiced, but like I don't promote. Things like music, things like my poetry, things like just all things. You know, like that's where that's where I want to push more of like my art, like fused into those realms.
Got you.
Also like direction, like creative direction. And obviously I'm always gonna be in love with like choreographing and stuff. So let them all just like grow. And my words aren't here today, but but like let them all like just
gradually.
Gradually just like become more of a thing, you know, like let them breathe within their own rights.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for the showcase.
Yeah.
I'm going to. It's the first time that I've ever let anything out like this. I've not even posted anything like on my Instagram or anything like this. So it's kind of a big thing for me, you know. It's
a big thing for us. I feel very appreciated. Like I really appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a spoken word piece and.
Sick.
Yeah, with a little something.
Well, shush.
A little something.
Thank you so much for being on the show, man. Appreciate it.
My love.
Bring it in.
All my love.
There we go.
Beautiful. So much love, man. It's going to be okay. It's cold. In the West, it's cold. I know it's only seasonal, and I will bask in summer rays. But right now, I can't find one reason to steer me from this pain. Matter of fact, since I said that, I could still find plenty. One is that I stared death in the face and still made 21, and that I am 21 and I know nothing. So why treat this nothing like it's something? Because deep down I know my climate will inevitably change. Maybe there'll be another. I refuse a carbon copy. Everything I thought I wanted, tainted, never to see again. Maybe that's why it hurts. Maybe I can let go of this pain. I guess just like my climate, I'll inevitably change. You know, I deserve a good lay down, but my character is restless. It grants me strength to go great lengths, but it's my sense of self that helps me stress less. Sometimes mindful, sometimes reckless. It's pure love that leaves me breathless. But when all is said and done, it don't matter about the excess. We just need to find the exit. Or we'll go round and round like Brexit. All those missed calls and texts, letters of love might wear hexes. They say time's the best healer. But ain't no timer on my process. I lost who I was. It was my pain that made me know less, which in time made me know more. Letting go made me know more. Moonchild was my anchor, but for heartbreak, there's just no cure. You know, enough of where I've been. Let me tell you where I am. I'm back at Elm Tree 26. I'm in the garden smoking cigs. I'm trying to get that family fixed despite the missing family pics. Dodging other people's fibs, away from all those saucy hips. I have to keep my mind afloat, remember what this really is. Remember who I really am, one eye on the master plan. The other's trying to understand how far along I really am. I do it all because I can. I pray one day they'll overstand. They'll only get so far attempting to be the happy man. I'll forever be a student, speaking fluent honesty and truth. They told me that they knew it, I had to use it, so I found some proof. I went another route and now my life is kind of cute. It's real hard to compute if you're ignorant or a youth, but to conclude, I do what I do and I do it because I love it. My girls back home are the only thing above it. Everything's gonna be okay.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video and you would like to see more, then click right here to subscribe to my channel. And remember to press the notification bell to stay up to date with new content coming out in the future. Till next time, peace.